Okay, thank you for brainstorming your ideas. You're already starting to do the work that it takes to finish a story. Now it's time to look at the ideas that you generated, and it's all for the sake of your theme. So I want you to look over your story ideas and consider a few questions. Don't worry, I'm not grading you, so you can actually ponder all of this without any criticism from me. But my question is this. Did you or do you see any themes or trends inside the ideas that you generated? I'm going to ask you to please take a quick moment to look and see if you can identify any similar trends or themes. Just pause the video right now to look over the previous worksheet, and after you're done, play the video once again. I'll pause awkwardly right now while you do exactly that. Okay, first, don't be alarmed if nothing stood out, okay, as you looked over your ideas. I just wanted to help you get into the habit of looking at your ideas and your story with a curious mindset. And don't worry if you feel like your idea is just okay or good right now, and maybe it's not great. That's okay. All ideas start simple, and then they get developed into something special. Remember that. But do you also remember the blockbuster and best-selling stories that I talked about in the previous lessons video, the one with the examples? I doubt it took 3 tries for the screenwriters and novelists behind those stories to finalize their blockbuster and best-selling ideas. So please, embrace that you may need to just generate a lot of ideas before you land on the right one for you to tell for 200 to 300 plus pages. Either way, you're already going to be hundreds of pages ahead of my learning curve. So find comfort in my past pain. Because I wrote 6 novels and way too many drafts before I landed on my current story idea and novel, the one that's finally going to be worth publishing. So yeah, I wrote in circles for years, and I want to save you years by being upfront with you. I want to tell you what's needed to develop a great story idea. What I'm getting at is if you haven't created an idea that you love, or at least one that you really like, I recommend that you rewatch the previous video and keep working through that exercise inside the worksheet until you land on an idea that you feel is worthy to take further. Okay, let's get back to your ideas that you looked at, okay? I basically asked you to look for the themes and trends inside your story ideas. And I'm hoping that we can identify at least a few themes inside of them, because I want to try and fuse your why into your core ideas that you just brainstormed. Yep. Do you remember when I asked, why are you writing your story? Well, I'm bringing that back up because your why may be connected to the theme of your story. As I mentioned before, I believe that your why is connected to your purpose. And I think your why usually bleeds into the story that you want to write and tell. And now I'm wondering if your why is somehow connected to the story ideas you wrote down on the worksheet. Because when it comes to me, it was this type of process that helped me see my why and my theme. And what I discovered is that I want to show people how light can be discovered inside even the darkest places. I realized that I want to help people find hope when it looks like all hope is lost. My purpose is to support people inside stories of faith. And what do you know? It turns out that I love movies like The Matrix and the Dark Knight trilogy. I absolutely love novel series like The Hunger Games and The Vampire Chronicles. Because what do you know? I love stories with flawed protagonists who must redeem themselves inside broken worlds with dark villains. My favorite themes, they revolve around freedom, sacrifice, redemption, salvation, perseverance. And when I combine my why with my theme, straight up, it ignites my soul. And it actually helps compel me to keep moving forward with my story because I know it's my purpose to finish my story and release its message into the world. Because I know it can impact people. I know it can help people. I know it can lead people to keep their faith. Yet I always remember that I must first and foremost entertain people. And I believe that all of those things can coexist. And all of those things are only possible when your why and your themes are united to begin with. And that's why I want you to solidify your why. That's why I want you to see your theme, because your why and your theme will help shape your story in many ways. And when those two merge, the odds are in your favor. That's when you know that you've got a story idea powerful enough to propel you to the end. Now it's time for you to focus your theme, or you just need to start with the themes that you love most. So I'm going to ask you to please use the worksheet to discover your theme or themes. And once you've completed the included worksheet to the best of your ability, I'm going to ask you to please continue on to the next video.